you are going to be so shocked and so surprised and so like gobsmacked of the coming move that is going to blow you away. That's right. There is a big, massive move that I've been talking about now for the last week or two in the market, in the stock market, and we're about to see a really big move to the upside. Plus also, guys, interest rates are rolling over. There is massive moves about to happen on both sides. Interest rates through the floor. TMF through the moon. And stock market is about to go through one of the craziest melt-ups we've seen in a long, long, long time. So, guys, make sure you don't place a trade based on this video. There's no guarantees of making a trade. There's no guarantees of making a profit on a trade. So be smart. Also, traders, I've got 2 spots left for my 1% group. That means we are with me every day. I have a real small group that take on around 15 people only per year. And you're with me for the entire year, an hour to actually today. I was actually with them for 2.5 hours today. It's so much going on. If you're interested in joining that, guys, I've got 2 spots left. That's that second link in the description. Go get access to that right now. Or go apply for it. Now, let's start off the good old stock market. So, Rocket Man. You know the song Rocket Man? That's what I'm seeing, guys. That's what I'm seeing. So, this is the weekly chart here right now. And as you can see, we've come back down to here on this weekly chart. If I go to if I bring up the daily charts and I show you this here, we are right at this level right now. Now, once again, the really interesting thing that I'm finding with a lot of people is this, right? So I'll bring up something like this here, right? Let me do this here. And I'll do this here. Let me split it in screen, right? So I'll show you something that is an indicator that gives us perspective on what's happening with the markets, like a fear and greed indicator. And you'll see how this works, right? You'll see when there's a lot of greed in the marketplace, it's a really bad time to buy it. We know that. And when there's a lot of fear in the marketplace, right, it's actually a hard time to buy it, but it's the best time to buy it. Right here was right there was right here at the bottom of the tariff. Within a few weeks later, within a few months later, we're doing this. But look where we are right now. Right here is right there. But I'll show you, this is fact. This is not my opinion. This is not based off anything. This is a fact. When there's a lot of fear in the marketplace, it's actually the best time to buy in anything, right? When there's blood on the streets, go pick some stuff up. We know that, right? And so let's just be smart here. I did some posts recently and some new shorts and videos, and a lot of people are calling top in the stock market, right? Now let's look at this here. Firstly, when there's a lot of fear in the marketplace, you know that's the best time to buy it, right? Let me give you a real life example. You know what? Let's do this here. Class is in session here. Let me show you this here. So every time, and I want to show you this here. So every time we've had in the last 10 years, and people are going to say this time is different, whatever, right? Let's bring up the Dow Jones here. I want to show something here. And this, by the way, this actually took me a long time to fully understand. This is a logarithmic chart, okay? Big, massive logarithmic chart here as I'm going back through here. Now, check this out. I've got 5 years to go to this level here. Right? 5 years to go. I still think we have. Yeah, this here is a logarithmic chart, okay, and it goes for the last 100 years. Now, I want you to be thinking this is a big picture perspective, but also it goes inside of what we see here. It goes inside of what? Check this out. Every time there's maximum fear, every time we start to get to this extreme fear, eventually what ends up happening? Within a few months, we start to get what? We start to get to this level here, and we start to get this extreme fear heading up to greed and sometimes even up into extreme greed. What happens to the stock market at this time? It goes up, right? Therefore, people become greedy, right? When the market goes down, there's fear. When the market goes up, there's greed. When the market goes down, it's a good time to buy. Well, most people say no, right? Same here. But let me bring you back to this level here. Let me go back to this chart here. The reason why I'm bringing up this chart here is I want to show you this here. Because when was the best in the last 10 years? In the last 10 years, when have been the best time to buy the markets? Has it been A, when it's going to the moon and everyone's bullish and it's whatever? Or B, when there's been a lot of fear in the marketplace and we've got a bit of a correction there? The answer is ding, 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 ding. The answer is B. Right? Look at this here. This is the Dow Jones. Now again, guys, what I want you to do is don't throw your opinion at something. Some people say, but John, the top's in because, and then slew of opinion, because you think that thing is going to, the debt bubble, it's going to collapse, the inflation, all that stuff is going to affect what's happening now, right? And so if you have a look at this here, where my arrows here, what is this? Firstly, first arrow was what? Trump got elected. What was happening back then, right? Oh my goodness, crash. Second arrow, this one right here, tariff situation, but big drop, fear, oh my goodness, collapse, the whole economy's gonna go zblah. Right? This one here, oh my goodness, 2022 to 2023, big recession fears, oh my goodness, recession fears, boom, back to the upside. This one here, tariff situation, oh my goodness, tariff situation, oh my goodness, do you see what I'm saying here? So people are looking at this all the wrong way, right? You buy you buy A when most people are not talking about it. Energy sector, mark my words, guys. You watch next 12 months, energy sector is going to light a ripper ass on that fire, right? Yes, I do mean XLE, right? This one right here, and even this one here. You watch this. This one here is squeezing up. XLE is going to the moon. Anyway, back to the topic at home. Right? Looking at the Dow Jones. So the purpose of me saying this level here is if you're looking for good buying opportunities throughout the year in anything, especially in the markets, it has been when there's some fear built into it. And I'm giving you this on a big monthly long-term picture. And then I'm also giving you an example of the last 12 months. If in the last 12 months you started seeing the fear and greed index here, even this point right here, that point there, by the way, was, actually, I'll do this here. And this is where understanding this situation, because people are trying to, what you want to do is you don't want to be trying to time the market. Let me show you this here. Right? So, for example, I'll give you this example here, okay? So, this point right here was roughly around, I think, this point right here. And I think then it ran up and then it came back down, right? So we had another big flush down. And then we had another flush down. Then we had this now point down to here, where we're basically at right now. Okay? And then it came down to here. But let's just say you did buy it on this dip through here, and the market went up and it went down again. Right? Oh my goodness, right? But hang on a minute, it's okay. Because within 3 months, guess what? So even if you got the timing wrong, see what happened, see what happened there? Now, the good thing about what's happened now is, as you can see here, we are basically at, it got to 2, we got to like 6 yesterday, I think it was, right? And now you can see where we're at right now. Now we're still down here. So if we have a look at this here, what's going to happen here? There's a massive probability. Now, I don't know exactly when the bottom's going to be in. I believe we're getting ready for Rocket Man real soon. I believe, actually, not Rocket Man, Santa Claus. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus, that's right. Rocket Man, Santa Claus. They're both going to become real good friends. Right? Santa Claus has got his reindeers, but Santa Claus says, hey, you know what? Hang on a minute. If Rocket Man's going to come and help me, I'm hopping on Rocket Man. Sorry, reindeers. I'm hopping on Rocket Man for a while, right? Because we're about to see Rocket Man. Because as you can see here now, we don't know when and how the bottom is going to form here, right? Firstly, but what we do know is within, let's say, a couple of weeks of this forming, we end up seeing that. So within, say, 2-3 months of this forming, we end up seeing this move up here. So that tells me that if we have a look at this level here, there's a massive probability that over the next few months, however this forms or however we get this point through here, it could go through here, come back down to here, but in the next couple of months, we're probably going to see something like that. We're about to see a face ripper rally, guys. And by the way, FYI, you see where my trend line is? What is this trend line? We're actually holding right at the top of this level. This is a major channel through here. Major support level. Resistance, resistance. Look at this here. 1, 2. And then you had all this point through here. Look at this here. Ding, ding, ding. Right there. 1, 2, 3 times. And they're weekly bars, by the way. That's a month worth of data. Look what happened today. Rejection. What is that? Look at this here. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, right? Look what happened today. It actually bounced off it today. Now, I'm not saying the bottom's going to be in right now, but the stage is set. The stage is set for one of the greatest bull markets we've ever seen. Explosions. And it's coming. It is coming. So that's what I see from there. And once we see it, guys, it is going to give us one of the most craziest melt up phases we've ever seen. But then guess what? Guess what's going to happen? Just like last time, keep an eye on the fear and greed index, because guess what? Down the bottom here, we're at fear right now. Fear. This is where the fear was, down here. Again, we're not trying to time the bottom, I'm trying to here. Within a couple of months, market does that. Within a couple of months, market gets back up to here. We're here, market does that. Fear and greed comes back up to there. And we're probably going to get up into this real extreme greed. When we start to get to especially to the extreme greed, that's where you want to start to be a bit cautious, right? A bit cautious in the markets there. So, fireworks coming into that market there. Now, that's what I'm saying there. But do you see what's happening also in the interest rates level? The interest rates are about to go through the floor. Now, firstly, 10-year. Right, this is the 10-year here. I'm actually expecting, and you guys might call me nuts, but this is what I'm expecting with the 10-year. Right? TMF, baby, to the moon, to the moon. This is the 10-year here. So I'm actually expecting the 10-year to come down a little bit from here. And as it comes down, but then it's gonna be only last 1 year, but then we're gonna see a really big move to the upside. 30-year, right? This is the long-term 30-year here. 30-year was, look at this here. And this is where like everything has changed. The dynamics we're in right now is the foundations for a complete change for the rest of our life. For the last 40 years, we've been in this level from here. But now market runs up. We have a bit of a drop coming soon, and then we're going to move to the upside. That's why I'm very bullish. What? TMF, TLT, right? We're about to see a bond right now. When I say we are about to, caveat, 12 months, right? The bond market takes its time, right? But over the next 12 months, I'm really confident to see this thing. You know, we're at 40 now, get back up to 80, which is a 100% move, right? And then maybe even back up to here somewhere as we start to go within the next, say, 12 months or so. So that's why I'm personally, guys, I have been myself personally invested in TMF. I'm not recommending that. I may be wrong. I may lose a lot of money. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me, right? So that interest rates really, guys, are starting to shape as well too. So a lot of exciting things right now. And on the back of all this, this is where like even silver, could be getting ready for a really big move. I've been watching silver a lot lately, actually. And look at this here. This is silver here. Check out this pattern. So low, higher low, higher low. If we continue, look, it even held today. Look at this here. A boom, even held today. You know what that means? We are about to see Rocket Man in silver again, right? We're about to see Rocket Man in silver again. And maybe gold goes along as well too, but gold actually hasn't got the exact same pattern there. But we are definitely starting to hold a little bit from here. But silver's definitely got the nicest trading pattern where, woohoo! There could be some good opportunities, guys. Good opportunities in the market. So there we go, traders. Hope this helped you out, traders. Because you've made it to the end of the video, I want to give you a bit of a Black Friday special that I won't have the links in the description, but you're watching in the video, which most people won't watch in the video. So if you go to johnsflashsale.com, I'm actually going to give you my #1 trading system for $27. Plus I'm going to give you a slew of 4 other trading systems and also access to a live trading I'm going to be doing soon for my 1% club. If you want to get access to that Black Friday special that I'm running right now, guys, then go to johnsflashsale.com, type that in the browser. And again, it won't be in the link in the description. I'm doing this for you guys that watch the end of the video. Speak to you soon.